Welcome, everybody. Ringside Collectibles, WrestlingFigures.com. We are here at Comic-Con in San Diego. And it's warm, but it's okay. We're dealing with it. Why? Because we're here with Bill Miekina to answer your questions. And who's Bill? Bill's a senior designer for WWE Mattel. And you guys have asked a lot of questions to us, and I think it's time that Bill answers them. Are you prepared for this, Bill?
Sure am.
All right, let's get right into this. First question here. Any chances of seeing an Elite inverted debut cane?
Chances are actually pretty good at that, if I'm being honest. So,
look at that, 1 for 1. Let's see. Will there be an NXT line, and if so, will we see John Curtis?
There's not going to be a separate NXT line per se. What we are going to be doing is putting NXT talent in our basic waves, regardless of whether they've shown up on the main shows. The first one that we're doing is Sami Zayn, and there are more to come. Johnny Curtis wrestles under Fandango now, so that's the name we're going to be putting his figures under going forward, unless there's a drastic change where we have to accommodate.
NXT. All right, let's see. Will we ever see classic tag team belts again?
I am working on a few SKUs where I can include those, and based on the demand, there's a strong possibility that those will be included as accessories. I can't say too much more about it right now because I don't want to promise and then plans might change, but yeah, I've realized that there seems to be a demand for them, so I will try to find a way to get them back out there for you.
Those belts. All right, any news on Goldberg? That's a big question. A lot of people have been asking. I'm curious myself.
We presently do not have the rights to make figures of him. If and when that changes, we will work immediately on doing that.
Let's hope. How about Shane? Any news on Shane?
Same answer. As we don't have the rights as of now. If that changes, we will make a Shane McMahon figure.
Good old Shaney Mac. All right, Legends. You guys ask about Legends all the time. Are we going to see any new Legends?
Well, we've shown some today. We have, obviously they're not in the Legends line, but I think Hulk Hogan, Sting, and Razor Ramon's a pretty good start for some talent that Mattel, some legendary talent Mattel has never done before. We showed X-Pac and Junkyard Dog and Doink at the panel yesterday. There are more to come. The Elite Flashback segment has been extremely successful, and we are looking at ways to expand the offerings in that segment going forward in 2015 and beyond that.
That's fantastic. I love the detail with the hair on the Razor Ramon chest.
Yeah, that's one thing.
It's awkwardly awesome. I don't know. And the Doink, very, very excited about that. I'm a big Doink fan, if you guys didn't know. That's probably one of my favorite wrestlers next to Bret Hart. Let's see. Keep going here. How long are we going to have to wait till we actually get to see Sting and we can pick him up and take him home?
It's going to be a while, just because we usually don't develop a figure to this point that quickly. We did get a heads up from WWE to you might want to have a Sting prototype ready in time for Comic-Con, and they gave us the assets to do so. So we ran like hell to get it in this case, and we did. I wouldn't expect it until later in 2015 because there's a lot more work we have to do on it.
But we will get the Stinger.
We will get it.
Let's see. Wow, this is a good one. Acolytes Elites. What are the chances of that happening?
Not currently scheduled at the moment, but that doesn't mean they're out of the question. Again, if we're able to expand flashback offerings in 2015, they will be under consideration. I'm not sure what the Ron Simmons contract status is right now. So if if both of them are available to do, and you know, if we're able to do it, I'd like to do them myself. So
me too.
So there's nothing set in stone, but there's a possibility.
I would love to see him as well. How about a new Elite Dolph Ziggler?
I am not working on one presently. That doesn't mean I won't be working on one in the future.
Possibly. Got a caps lock. This one's important. Elite Rhino.
I don't think I have the rights, so it won't be for a while if I ever do it.
You got to fight for your right to Rhino. Yeah. Okay. Any news on a flashback Y2J? That's a big question. I think there was 9,000 of the same questions submitted. What do you think?
There's nothing scheduled right now, but based on the amount of people that asked this question in the forums, it will move top of mind when I'm thinking of Elite Flashback offerings for, you know, any slot that might be open for it. So I do listen to these questions, and when enough people ask for something, it's like enough people want to pay for this, I probably should make it at some point. So.
Always a reason. All right, moving along. What are the chances of us seeing an elite DLo Brown?
Not good at the moment. I think he works for a different company, so not likely for the foreseeable future.
DLo, change your attitude. We need an elite. All right, chances of a 2000 era long-haired American badass Undertaker.
Probably not good right now. If I'm going to do elite flashbacks, we've done a lot of Undertakers, and I think if there's other ones I think are more compelling choices to pick from.
Okay. Speaking of flashbacks, what about an elite flashback McMahon, Vince McMahon?
Again, it's not out of the realm of possibility, but it's not top of mind right now.
All right. Any more new Rybaks on the way?
Well, we just showed the Elite 30 Rybak today in the case, and I know there's at least one more Rybak coming. So yes. Yes.
We'll stick to the McMahon family. Any news on an upcoming Stephanie figure?
We're trying to get Stephanie in the line. Her approval process is a little bit more complex than others because, for obvious reasons. So getting 100% approved Stephanie sculpt takes a little bit longer than other people in the company. But as soon as we get everything signed off on that, she will have a place in the line. So yeah, she's coming. It might take a little longer than you'd otherwise expect, but we do want to get her out as soon as possible.
And we can have a McMahon family party. Excellent. Let's see. Since we have Mankind and Cactus Jack, what are the chances of getting a Dude Love figure in the future?
As of now, 0% because Mick Foley, he's not available. He's no longer under WWE merchandise deal. If that changes, if he re-signs a merchandise deal, the chances become much better. But right now, we can't do it. So, no.
So just put on some tie-dye shirts, boys and girls. You're going to have to wait a little longer. All right, moving along. Will we see an elite $1 million man, Ted DiBiase?
It's not out of the realm of possibility. It's probably a little farther down the road now that we just put out the SummerSlam Heritage DiBiase in white. So we that's how we fulfilled some demand for Ted DiBiase right now. It's not impossible, but right now I think there's other choices I think are more compelling for elite flashback line slots.
Patience. Questions for days here, Bill. Questions for days. So we've got a Flair, Arn Anderson, and Tully. When can we expect a Barry Windham to complete the set?
I'm trying really hard to get him in the line. I thought I had a slot to get him in the line, and the plans for that item changed, and it wasn't going to happen, so he lost his slot. But he's one of those that's top of mind if Elite Flashback expands in some way, finding out a way to get a Barry Windham out there. Because I do realize that there is, I like Barry Windham, especially if you watch the WWE Network and watch his matches. He's really good, and if you're not a fan, you should be. So,
yeah. School yourselves. Speaking of flashing back, going back to that era, any news or updates on Jimmy Hart or Bobby Heenan?
Yeah, Bobby Heenan will be a Build-A-Figure in an upcoming assortment, and Jimmy Hart will probably be the Build-A-Figure after that.
Cool. Let's move along with Batista question.
Sure.
I know there's an Elite Batista coming out, Blue-Tista. There's an Elite Blue-Tista coming out. But I wanted to know if you're going to ever consider making a basic one for the basic collectors.
Probably not at this point because I'd want to put a different outfit on every Batista I do. And since the Blue-Tista is on the Elite, different Batista color scheme will probably be used on any upcoming Batistas.
Cool. Speaking of basics,
sure.
Do you think that there'd be a basic Hogan, Sting, Flair, Rick Rude, or Razor Ramon possibly down the line?
It's a pretty strong possibility. The bigger names tend to end up both in Elite Flashback and the basic lines. We do have many theme waves where we can put in like the bigger names as basic. So, nothing's guaranteed, but I don't see why we wouldn't. So,
moving along, This is a question we get a lot, and one that my daughter actually asked. Okay. When will we be getting a Summer Rae figure? If soon. If not, maybe. I think you should do it.
Yeah, we've had some delays on getting a Summer Rae out due to the we were going to do her in her NXT outfit, and then when she showed up on Raw in the dancer's outfit, we decided to sculpt that, and that ended up being a very difficult outfit to get right. And then once we kind of finalized it, she went back to like the NXT outfit, but at this point we've invested in the tooling on the dancer's outfit. So she will be coming out at some point down the road in a dancer's outfit. So it's a little bit out of date, but at this point we've invested so much time getting this tooling right and pushed her back so long, it's like, you know, we're not dropping it now. So we expect it at some point in, I think, either late 2014 or early 2015.
Beautiful. Summer, stop changing your outfit. Pick one and stay to it.